Hi guys, thanks so much for being part of this journey all this while. My channel hit 10k subscribers few weeks ago and I'm super excited for this. This wouldn't have been possible without you guys, so I'm saying thank you to you all. In today's video, I will be showing you how to construct a 8-pieces dress. In this tutorial, you will be learning how to construct the upper part of a 8-pieces dress, how to join the lower and the upper parts together, and how to add the lining to your dress, which will be the continuation of our previous video on 8-pieces dress. Do good by subscribing to my channel if you haven't, so that you won't miss out anytime I upload a new video. My name is Bolaji and this is Regi School of Fashion. In constructing a 8-pieces dress, we are having this in two parts, the lower part and the upper part. In the previous video, we constructed the lower part of our 8-pieces dress, and this is what we have for the lower part. This is the main fabric and this is for the lining. So if you are yet to watch that tutorial up to this point, kindly check the description area below for the link to the video. Here is the upper part of the dress. So this is what I have for the front panel, and I have this for the back panel. Okay, so I created this tie and I drafted the pattern behind the camera. So this is what I have for the pattern. This is the back and this is the front. Okay, I assembled everything together, as you can see, which I used in achieving this. And if you would love to know how I achieved this upper part, I mean the drafting, cutting and sewing up to this point, kindly DM via the number showing on your screen for more info, because I've carefully put this together in a well-detailed course as part of saying thank you to you guys for my 10k subscribers celebration, just for a pocket-friendly fee. A pocket-friendly fee. Trust me when I say this, a pocket-friendly fee. So guys, now I will be focusing on joining the lower and the upper parts of our 8-pieces dress together. So which is the main reason for this tutorial. Okay, so I have the upper part here. This is the main fabrics, the front panel and the back panel. And I have lining cut out the same way and constructed the same way. So this is the back and this is the front. So in joining this together, I will assemble lining together with lining and fabrics together with fabrics. So here is the lining for the bodies and this is the lining for the skirts, which is the lower part of our dress. So you can see what I have. So I will be putting this together like so, and I will be joining the fabrics to fabric first. So for the skirt part of our 8-pieces dress, this is the back panel. So after joining your pieces together, make sure you open up your seam allowances and give it a good press. So you have to have your seam allowance opened and laying flat like so. So this is the back panel and this is the front panel. So I will be joining the back skirt together with the back bodies. This is the back bodies and this is the back skirt. So I will position this right side facing each other. So when you are doing this, you have to pay attention on your dart points. So please pay a closer attention. So this is the dart point I have on my skirt and this is the dart point I have on the bodies. So the dart point has to meet properly. Then on the other side as well, I will place the dart point on the dart point. So after that point to that point, then I will place the center to center. So this is the center back, this is the center back. Center back on the center back. So after which I will continue pinning the remaining parts of the waistline together. Now I have the back panel pinned together, the upper and the lower part, and I will repeat the same process for the front panel. I will be placing the front bodies on the front skirts like so. Then I will pin everything together, that point to that point first, before pinning the remaining part. So after that, I will take this to my sewing machine and I will be stitching with 1/2 inch of seam allowance I added. I will join this with 1/2 inch and I will join this with 1/2 inch. Also on the lining, I will be joining the upper and the lower parts together. This is the back skirt for the lining, and this is the back bodies for the lining. This is going together like so, and for the front as well, this and this are going together. So I will take all these pieces to my sewing machine and I will stitch with 1/2 inch of seam allowance. Now I have the upper and the lower parts joined together, and this is what I have after joining. This is the back panel. As you can see, here is my dart point. You can see the dart points meet properly. You can see this is a dart point for the upper part and this is a dart point for the lower part, and I have the same thing on the front panel. So now I have the front as a single piece and I have the back as a single piece, and I joined the lining together as well. So I have the front lining as a single piece and I have the back lining as a single piece. After having the upper and the lower parts joined together, the next step is to join the shoulders and the sides together. In doing this, I will place the back panel on the front panel, right side facing each other. The right side of the back panel facing the right side of the front panel, and I will hold the shoulder lines together like so. So I will join this with 1/2 inch of seam allowance I added. So I will join this like so. The other side will be joined together as well. Okay, so after joining the shoulders, then I will join the sides together. In joining the sides together, I will pay attention on the waistline. I will make sure the waist points meet properly. So I will hold this together like so, and I will secure them with my sewing pin. I will come to the other side. Then I will hold the waistline. I will make sure the 2 points meet properly. Then I will hold them together with my sewing pins. So after which I will continue pinning the remaining parts of the side seam together. So here is a knee point. So I will make sure the knee points meet as well. So every notch point I have on my fabrics, I will make sure they meet properly. So here I have the hip level. So the hip level to hip level point, I will hold it together. Then I will continue pinning the remaining part of the side seam together. So after pinning the sides together, then I will be stitching with 1 inch seam allowance I added. So I'm stitching with 1 inch of seam allowance purposely because I added 1 inch as my seam allowance. So you can see the knee point, the hip point, they both meet properly. Then the lower part as well, you can see what I have. So I will stitch the sides together. After stitching the main fabrics, then I will be repeating the same process on the lining. I will join the shoulders together and I will join the sides together. So guys, now I have this joined together, and this is what I have after joining. I joined fabrics to fabrics and lining to lining. You can see I joined the shoulder lines together. This is what I have for the shoulder lines, and I joined the sides together as well, from the shoulder point to the hemline. So you can see what I have there. So, and I repeated the same process on the lining. So the next step is to attach the zipper. After joining the shoulders and the sides together, the next step is to attach the zipper. So I have my zipper here. So this is a zipper I will be using for my dress. You can make use of length 24 inches or 32 inches. So either of the two works perfectly for a dress. But make sure the length of your zipper is below your hip level. So you can see what I have here. The length of my zipper here is below my hip level. This is the hip level, so which I notched here, and you can see the length of my zipper. This is important because the dress will be easier to put on from the lower part. Okay, so you can make use of an open zipper or an invisible zipper. Your zipper can be an open zipper or an invisible zipper. So as for me here, I have open zipper. So now I will be opening up my zipper allowance, which I've closed. So at the center back, I will open this up. On the lining as well, I will open it up. So after which I will take this to my sewing machine with my zipper and attach my zipper. Guys, now I've attached the zipper on the bodies. So this is the main fabric. I've attached the zipper on the main fabric. As you can see, this is what I have for the zipper. So now I will be showing you how to attach the zipper with the lining. In attaching the zipper to the lining, I will place the lining inside the main fabrics, wrong side facing the wrong side, the wrong side of the lining facing the wrong side of the main fabrics, like so. Like this. So I will open this up, the zipper side, and I will hold the zipper allowance I have on the lining. So I will place it on the wrong side of the zipper like this. So I will make sure the fabrics are lined properly at the edges, the main fabrics and the lining. Can you see what I have? So after finishing this, I will have it like so. I'm positioning this the exact way I will have it after attaching the zipper to the lining. So I will hold the two together like so, and I will open up my lining. So I will be stitching this on the inside. Can you see what I have? So I'll hold it like so. Then I will align them properly. So because I have the same zipper allowance for the lining and the main fabric, so I can align it edges to edges. Okay, so now I will take this to my sewing machine and I will be stitching beside the seam I have here already. Okay, you can place your seam anyway. It is not necessary this is very close to the zipper. Okay, don't forget this is going to be on the wrong side, that is the inside of the dress. So I'll just place my seam to fall exactly by the side of the seam I have here before. It can be about 1/8 of an inch distance from each other. So I will stitch downward to the zipper point. So I'll hold it like so. I'll take it down. So when I get to the waist point, I will make sure the waist point falls on the waist point. So just exactly what I'm doing right now. So you can see this. The waist point must be on the waist point. So I will hold the waist point with my sewing pin. So then I'll bring it downward until I get to this point. So you can see what I have here. So I will stop this exactly at the point where I stopped on the main fabric. You can see where I stopped. This is where I stopped. So before attaching the zipper, I will have to close the remaining part I have on the lining. So this is what I have left after pinning this to the fabric. So I will close this first before attaching the zipper. So I will do this on this side, and I will repeat the same process on the other side. So this is the other side. I will place it like so. Then I will open up the lining, then hold the zipper allowance and the zipper together like this, and I will stitch very close to the seam I have on the fabric. About 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch distance is okay. So then I will stitch downward. So after which I will be back to show you the effect. So guys, now I've attached the zipper to the lining, and this is what I have after attaching it. Can you see? This is what I have on the right side. So you can see I have my zipper allowance inside the fabric. So the zipper allowance falls in between the main fabric and the lining. So I will have the wrong side of my dress looking neat, and I will have the right side looking neat as well. So this is the proper way and the standard way of making a dress with lining. Can you see what I have? You can see the waistline, you can see the armhole area. So the wrong side, this is what I have on the inside. So this is where I attached the zipper. You can see my seam here, so you can see where it falls on the main fabric. You can see that I have the seam very close to the other seam I have here, though not too close because this doesn't matter. So I have it very close, about 1/4 of an inch there. So when I open it up on the wrong side, I will have it like so. So guys, we are almost done with our 8 pieces dress. So you can see how beautiful it looks on the inside. So you can see if you make a dress for your client like so, and you have your wrong side looking neat like this, they will really like it. So make sure you just try and make your dress looking neat on the inside. Most fashion designer doesn't pay attention to this. They only pay attention to the outside of the dress, which is the right side. But meanwhile, most clients appreciate having a very neat finishing on both inside and outside of the dress. So having done this, the next step is to finish the neckline area. As you can see, the neckline is not finished yet. This is a lining neckline, and this is the main fabric neckline. So in doing this, I will pull out the lining, and I will make this right side facing the right side of the lining facing the right side of the main fabric. So I will have to turn my dress to the wrong side in order to achieve this. Now I have my dress turned to the wrong side. Okay, so now I will be able to place my dress right side facing the right side. The right side of the lining, this is the right side of my lining, and this is the right side of my main fabric. So I will position this right side facing the right side. So firstly, I will align the center front together. So I will pin the point. So after which I will pin the remaining midpoint I have on my neckline. This depends on the design of neckline you have on your dress. Okay, so for my own design, I think I have about 4 to 6 midpoint here. So I will pin the midpoint together first before pinning the remaining part of the neckline. So I will mark out my seam allowance of 1/2 of an inch. I will take it to my sewing machine, and I will give it a good stitch. After stitching, I will open this up and apply a top stitch. After applying the top stitch, I will notch the same allowances I have on the neckline area. I will give it a press, and I will turn this to the right side. So guys, now I have this done. I have the neckline area finished. As you can see, I've attached this together with the lining. Okay, I top stitched, then I gave it a very good press, and I make sure the shape, the real shape I have for my neckline come out properly. You can see what I have. This is the front neckline, and this is the back neckline. Can you see what I have here? Okay, so now the next step is to attach the sleeve. So I will be attaching my desired sleeve to my dress. Okay, so make sure you choose a very good sleeve for yourself as well. If you don't know the type of sleeve to choose, I have varieties of videos on sleeve making for female wears. Kindly check the link to the playlist in the description below. There are varieties of sleeves there, like leg of mountain sleeve, handkerchief sleeve, circular sleeve, and much more. And if you wish to attach a basic sleeve to this as well, it is okay. Okay, so I have a belt sleeve. I have varieties of videos on sleeve making, so kindly check out the videos so that you can know the type of sleeve to attach to your beautiful 8-piece dress. So as for me, I've constructed a beautiful sleeve for my dress already, which I will be attaching behind the camera. I will attach the sleeve and I will hem the lower part, after which I will be showing you the final result of our beautiful 8-piece dress. Guys, this is a final look of our beautiful 8-piece dress. This is a 8-piece dress with joining on the waistline, and I finally settled down for this simple sleeve style. Go ahead and try yours, then share your experience with me at the comment section. Also, just as I said in the beginning of this tutorial, that if you would love to learn how I made the upper part of this dress, I mean the drafting, cutting, and the sewing, kindly DM via the number showing on your screen right now for more info. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video. But till then, always do remember, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs.